In 2023, Nigeria saw a significant rise in its travel and tourism sector. Statistics show that 66% of Nigerians will travel for leisure with family and friends, and even colleagues from the office. The biggest market in the travel and tourism sector is the hotel business. This is right after choosing the travel destination. Nowadays, we hear of the Japa syndrome. My name is Immaculate Blake. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode on my Lagos Living series, where our guest for today will be talking to us about the business of travel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's episode of our Lagos Living series, I have with me Veno Olatunji. She's going to be talking to us about the business of travels. Fiesta Holiday, which is run by Veno Olatunji, is located in Lagos, Nigeria. In fact, in the heart of Lagos City, Victoria Island. Thanks for having me today.
You're welcome.
We will be going through a couple of questions, and please feel free to answer, and whichever you feel like is not relevant to this interview, you can always skip it. Okay. So we will start off with what inspired you to be a travel consultant?
What inspired me, right from time, I'd always liked the whole idea of traveling. I've really enjoyed. As a kid, I used to watch this airline travel about the place, and then I also felt like I was so much interested in being a air hostess.
Okay.
You understand? So, like, as soon as I finished my university, I was so much interested in travel. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to know what it is, how people travel, how to book tickets. I wanted to become an air hostess, but I had phobia for
Flying.
For flying.
Oh, wow.
For that long, not for flying like for a short time. Yeah, I can
Okay.
fly, but like being on the plane for all your life. You understand? I have a problem with this. So I opted for the option of learning more about traveling, help people to travel like this. So yeah, I got inspired by all this.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Before Fiesta Holiday, did you have prior experience working in the industry?
Yes, I did. I worked with Africa Holiday at the time. Also, before I even worked in Africa Holiday, like I was in Dubai for like 6 months. I worked in the travel agency in Dubai. Then I came back to Nigeria, and then I worked in Africa Holidays at the time.
Okay.
So yeah, I did have experience.
How do you stay up to date with the latest industry regulations and changes?
You know how the industry is. Like, there's always something coming up, especially now that we have this dollar rates changing at any time.
Okay.
So, like, there's always changes.
Okay.
So we have to regulate, we have to always stay updated. As soon as anything is changing, we are changing. You understand?
Yes.
So with the industry, I don't think it ever ends with changes, because it's either there's a problem with this destination or there's a problem with that destination. Something is always happening. So we always have to keep ourselves updated.
Just like what you just said about the regulations, changes, and being up to date, it reminds me of when the United Arab Emirates had a lot of back and forth with the Nigerian government. I don't think it was easy for you being in the industry and experiencing it firsthand. Could you please shed a little bit of light on that incident?
When Emirates left Nigeria?
Yes.
Emirates left Nigeria at a very bad time, It was more like we were so much in love with Emirates, and Emirates broke our hearts. So Emirates was one of like the very best airline in the world, and they dumped us, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
It was like we were broke, and they were like, "You guys get out, we don't need you." So they left us at a very, very bad time in during COVID. and it really did affect the economy and even affected travelers and a whole lot of people because a lot of people were used to flying Emirates, but other airlines still stuck back and made up for all the things Emirates couldn't do. So like I'm shocked now Emirates is coming back to us after like 2 years.
Fingers
Like
crossed, no?
like
Fingers
they're
crossed.
coming back and it doesn't even make sense if I may ask because they dumped us.
Mm.
So they're coming back. I really don't understand it, but nothing to do because it's Emirates.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you solve a dissatisfied client's issues?
When a client is dissatisfied, uh, what I try to do with my clients is I try to talk them. I try to talk to them and try to make them understand that look, the fact that you have been rejected for a particular country doesn't mean you should not try again.
Okay.
Like sometimes clients will have all their documentations and everything, and the embassy will still reject them. So in this case, and a client is dissatisfied with the embassy, with the agents, and all this type of thing. So what I try to do is I try to talk to them. I
Okay.
try to persuade them and tell them that look, the fact that you've been denied doesn't mean that it's the end of the road. You understand? You always have to have hope that this can still work. You should try it again.
Okay.
So what I try to do is if we have charged the client for a certain service and they feel dissatisfied with our service, we don't charge them anymore. We do the second service for free.
Okay.
Just so that they are satisfied that we can work for them. We are not all about the money. You understand? So we can work for them. So we do the service for them for free. Just so that they are satisfied with us.
Okay.
Is what we try to do.
Okay. But do clients understand that you, as a business owner, a travel agency business owner, you don't have control over what the embassy decides on?
Clients. Our dear clients. Clients are like, how do I put it? Once a client makes payments to us as agents,
Yes.
they just automatically believe that we issue visas. And it doesn't work like that. So we always, even beforehand, talk to them and tell them that, look, you are paying us for our service. We are not the facilitators to guarantee your visas. Your visas will still be guaranteed by the consular. I mean, the consular decides.
Right.
You understand?
Okay.
So most Nigerians, I must say, they don't understand this concept. They think that once an agent have their documents and is processing their visa, then an agent should be able to guarantee them their visa. No agent can guarantee you a visa. The agent's work is to make sure that you have your documents up to date as required by the embassy for issuance. You understand? Because the embassy decides at the end of the day, not the agent.
Not the agent.
So we try to tell our clients this all the time. Please, I know you're paying to us. We're going to do our very best to make sure that we get your visas approved by the embassy. And by doing this, our job is to make sure that we give the embassy what they require. Once the embassy have everything required, your bank statement have a way that it is arranged for the last 6 months or for the last 3 months as required by the embassy would issue. But if we have a lot of people that have issues with their bank statement or their work details, they can't even back up their work details, and they expect to be issued by the embassy, and it doesn't work like that. So we always tell them upfront to tell them that look, it's not, we don't guarantee visa, we are just an agent, but we would make sure that we assist you get the right documentations that the embassy would approve, and this works all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
What are the challenges of flight and hotel bookings?
The challenges with the flight and hotel bookings that I see is that, most of the time we as agents, we book with our GDS.
Okay.
We have like Amadeus GDS, Galileo, like this. We have GDS where we book, and with this GDS, we have our own discount from the airline.
Okay.
So in most cases, the challenges there are that most clients, you would go online and maybe find it cheaper and we are getting it at this course that is already laid out for us on our GDS. So it's challenging when the client is saying is when the client is checking directly with the airline and it's a bit cheaper, maybe like 1,000 or 2,000 cheaper than what we are getting. You know, so it's some sort of competitive. But the good thing about them booking with an agent is that they can easily call the agent at any time to help change the ticket or do whatever they need to do to the ticket. But aside from that, nah, not really much.
Okay. So this GDS is like a third party service that agents get to use to book for clients. So the clients do not go and say, oh, you gave me this rate, but I'm finding this rate at a specific amount. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
That's correct.
What's your number one advice to someone who is considering contacting a travel consultant?
Contacting a travel consultant?
Yes.
First of all, I would advise that they are very patient when it comes to them wanting to travel, because when you contact an agent, usually when clients contact us, they'll be like, this Fiesta holiday, I would like to travel to so place, I want the visa, blah blah blah, and they would ask certain questions. Do you have this? Do you have? No, I don't have this. I only have my passport. And I'm like, we cannot do anything without your passport. There is a process to which you can achieve this, you know, and we have to go through the process in bits. So people usually are not patient. They just believe you are an agent. All they need to do is to give you their international passport, and you get them the visa. You understand? And this is why most of them get into the wrong hands, because you will definitely meet people that will deceive you and say, okay, bring your passport, I'll get you the visa.
Right.
But you don't know the documentations that they're using for your application. You don't know what is used for you. You understand? And you cannot always use the different documentations for the embassy. So what I do advise is to tell them to be very patient when they want to make any inquiries on travel.
How do you think Nigerians can improve on its tourist destination and the whole tourism industry
in Nigeria?
Yes.
The tourism industry in Nigeria, it's not doing so bad. But I think that currently, with all this demolition up and about, you know, we had like destinations like the Landmark and the Soul Beach and all these places. Now they are demolishing it, so it's making tourism a bit difficult right now in Nigeria. And we have a lot of tourist places in Nigeria. It's just that I don't think people explore as much as they should. Okay. You know, well, we do have a lot of places.
Do you think people should be open-minded enough to explore the tourist destinations in Nigeria and not just the European countries?
Of course. Like, we have a lot of places in Nigeria to be explored, aside Lagos even. We have a lot of places outside Lagos that needs to be explored. But we know in the past we had the issue of kidnappers and all these things, and this insecurity is what has made people scared to do this. You understand? But I think it is not as bad as it was before. So yeah, if you don't have money to travel to Zanzibar or go to Mauritius, you can explore Nigeria. You can go to Obudu Ranch. You can go to so many places in Nigeria. There's so many fantastic destinations in Nigeria that you can explore.
Do you think Nigerians are keen on its tourism industry?
I would say that just on a percentage, I would say maybe like some 60% of people are keen on traveling in industry in tourism in Nigeria. Okay. You understand? Not so much as it should have been, if not for the security problems and all the things. I mean, if not for that, we have a lot of places that even a lot of expatriates come into the country and they even explore Nigeria a whole lot more than we Nigerians do. Explore. Yeah, so
that's quite interesting.
Yes.
It's quite interesting. As a business owner, what are your daily routine before you come to work or in general? This is like the fun part of this session.
Okay. My daily routine. Usually, I'm a gym person,
Okay.
and I come to the office in the morning, and once after the office, I go straight to the gym and I work out a whole lot. And after the gym, I'm always working gym. I have my gym and my work syncs
Together.
together.
Okay.
So my routine is like this.
What's your experience like running a business in Lagos as a Lagosian?
The experience so far has been okay. As a Lagosian, I'm not a Lagosian anyways.
Really?
No.
Oh,
But
okay. Okay.
I'm Lagos myself because I have all my businesses and I grew up here a little bit, so
Okay.
I understand how Lagos work to some point. So working in Lagos, been doing business in Lagos has been good, but a bit challenging. Of course, I think it's the same everywhere in the world as well.
Okay.
So I can't say much about that. I just know that I believe it's the same challenges everywhere. You cannot go with work, cannot go with challenges. It
True.
come hand in
Yes.
hand,
Yes.
So
I agree.
we're
I
doing
agree.
good.
How did COVID affect your travel business?
During COVID, we were just shut down.
Hmm.
Well, in fact, there was no business in COVID. In fact, I almost gave up in COVID. There was nothing happening. We travel agents had nothing. During this time, it was one of the very, very bad times for travel agencies.
Yeah.
And so nothing really happened in COVID. I just focused more on my gym. I was working out
Right.
most of the time during this COVID time and
So-
hoping and praying that something happens and we get back up again.
Right.
And yeah,
So, going to the gym, you had to prioritize your mental health
of course.
over bothering about the whole pandemic situation,
Of course.
which is actually
Of
helpful
course.
because you need to be in a
Of
very
course.
sane mind, you know. As someone who is in the tourism industry, how do you have fun? I know you just mentioned that you are a gym buddy. You love the gym. You go to the gym. In fact, you sleep and breathe the gym. How do you have fun?
Uh, well, I enjoy going to the beach as well.
Okay.
So for me, having fun, if I'm not at the gym, if I'm not working, if I really want to have fun, I
Yes.
usually go to the beach. And Takwa Bay is my home.
Shout out to our guys on Taco Day.
So we have our beach house in Taco Bay where we are always there relaxing, camping, sleeping over on the beach. So this is the type of fun that I really do enjoy aside from working or being in the city because
Yes.
I don't really like going to clubs or anything in the city because I don't really have fun doing that.
Yes.
I enjoy more being with nature, swimming in the ocean.
Yes.
And just being out there in nature is one of my favorite things to do.
As someone who's experienced or who does this periodically, if I
Yeah.
may say, do you think this is something some of your clients would be open to trying out? I understand that a lot of Lagosians, they have phobia for water.
Yeah.
Even though Taco Bay has been there since
Yeah.
our parents'
Yeah.
time, but because Lagos people have phobia for water, and not just to be fair, not just Lagos people, right?
A
Do
lot
you
of
think?
people
Yes,
do.
a lot of people. Do you think clients would be open enough to exploring Taco Bay?
Yeah, a lot of clients, sometimes we try to sell that as a destination as well.
Okay.
That's for people that cannot afford to, travel out of the country or anything. They also have the facilities as being on the beach in Zanzibar or in Mauritius like this. It's the same facility. The difference is that you are still here.
You're still here.
So I think a lot of people want to explore, but like you said, they are scared of the whole being on the boat water thing.
Yes.
But it just takes a little convincing. And when they see pictures and see how much you're having fun on the beach, they will just take the bold step and be like, okay, I think I want to do this. Let's try this.
Because seeing actually is like
Yes.
you feed your eyes,
Yes.
and there's something there's a signal your brain gets. You're like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this.
Yes.
Okay. How do you communicate with clients to understand their specific travel needs?
When a client contacts us, we take our time to speak to them, to understand them, because it's not about you just coming to pay us money for a service.
Yes.
We want to understand what exactly it is, your background. I mean, when I mean background, I mean your travel background with a particular country you are applying for. So we take our time to speak with our clients, get to know them. You understand? So in this way, they feel free to tell us what they are up to, what they've been up to, what agent they used before that fucked the application up. You have to come open.
Yes.
If you really want to get something done the right way, because most clients, some will come and even lie to you and tell you, oh, this, that, and at the end of the day, if you keep lying, we would help you lie in your application, and it will affect your application, because we will just be lying because you lied to us. So we always try to tell our clients to please be open. Tell us exactly what it is. Do not be ashamed of anything. We understand the industry, so just tell us what it is so we know how we can tackle it as an agent. We know where we can do, what we can do to, change the narrative with the embassy and help you get your visa approved.
As someone in the industry, have you had a shady client or some terrible experience that you would remember and be like, I don't want this to happen next time. I need to take this step to avoid such happening.
Yes, of course. We've had a very terrible experience with clients, especially for clients like, there are certain destinations that you can travel to, and there are some clients that they get the visa because they don't want to return back to the country. You understand? So we have these challenges with clients that we want to go on a group trip with us and not return. Because if we have a group trip, we usually require the group to go and come back in a group. But some people would escape from there and tell you, they can't come back.
Right. And that's not good for business.
And it's not good
also
for business.
You as a travel agency.
Exactly. So I once had an experience for Dubai where we issued the client a 3-month visa and the client didn't come back. And so this not only even affected us, but we had to pay for the client as an agent.
Is there like a penalty fee when clients do that?
Yes, for Dubai.
Oh wow.
So if you go to Dubai and you don't return, now the agent that issued you the visa would be the one to pay for your penalty. So this is where we have an issue. We're always very careful, but this one slipped our hands. We became very pretentious. Like we didn't tell us. In fact, we don't just issue that long stay unless we're sure that this person has a reason for going. But this particular person just slipped off our hands, and we issued him visa, and then became a problem. We paid. I was paying my ass off to keep my name in Dubai. So this was a very bad experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
So after that experience, have you been able to resolve all that, and your agency is still able to apply for clients who are still interested in going to Dubai?
Yes, it took a while, because he made us have a problem with our agents that gets us the visa. So, but it took a while, but we were able to resolve it after a while. Of course, with money.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. What are the perks of booking with Fiesta Holiday?
It's hassle-free for you if you book with us, because you don't have to worry about you having any mistakes with your booking. You don't have to worry about ticketing. You don't have to worry about, your hotel is not booked, because when we book it, we'll make sure that we contact the hotel. We keep the hotel aware that you're coming.
Yes.
It just takes the stress off you.
Which is something.
It just takes the stress off you. You just pay us for the service, and you can really relax to me, and you'll be sure that everything will be handled without any hassle.
How can people find Fiesta Holiday?
We have a website, www.fiestaholidaytrips.com, and we also have our office here in VI, on Churchgate Street in VI. So you can reach us on our Instagram page as well at fiestaholiday_ng, or you can reach us through our website, or you can reach us to our office. I mean, you can just
Okay.
come here directly.
So your office is more like a walk-in office.
Yes, we have a walk-in
On a
office.
scale of 50, which medium do clients prefer to book or to make consultations?
Clients prefer to make consultations and then book.
So for the consultations, do they like walk-in consultation or via phone calls?
Most of the time we have a lot of via phone conversations. We
Okay.
only have little walk-ins.
Okay.
Maybe clients are skeptical, like, oh, I must come to your office. Sure, you can come to the office. We don't
Okay.
have a problem.
Okay. Have you always been a Lagosian?
Yeah.
How long?
I've been in Lagos for now, say like 20 to 25 years.
Before Lagos, where were you?
I was in Port Harcourt.
Okay. But anyway, our Port Harcourt people, this is our sister, okay?
Yes.
Where else would you rather reside aside Lagos?
I don't think I can reside anywhere. I do not think I can. I mean, I've thought about that question a lot of times on my own.
Yes.
And I don't think I can reside anywhere outside Lagos, to be honest.
For someone who came from Port Harcourt down to Lagos.
I haven't even been to Port Harcourt in like, what, 25 years?
Since you left?
Since I left, I didn't come back. You know, so that is how much I'm synced there. I can't even stay in Abuja. I can't stay in Benin. I can't stay anywhere else.
That's interesting. So between these cities that you've mentioned, I have experienced Abuja before, and in my own personal opinion, I feel like Abuja is slower pace. But since this is not about me, it's about you, would you rather take the hustle and bustle lifestyle of Lagos over the other cities you've mentioned?
Of course, 100%.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay.
100%, because
Okay.
I don't think that I can even have a travel agency in Abuja. I don't think I would really feel myself that much. I think I like it a lot in Lagos, and maybe because I'm used to Lagos, so we know how to handle Lagos.
Yes, so
we handle Lagos.
what do you like about Lagos people?
I like that Lagos is it's a city of hustle. Like everybody is always hustling, you know. I like that the people here they strive. They're not dulling. There is no sitting around the corner. You know, you have to always be on your toes, you know. So I like the spirit in Lagos, as a matter of fact. That is why I think I can stay anywhere else, because the spirit here is different. There is something that just want to keep you going. I feel like if I stay anywhere outside Lagos, I'll be very relaxed. I'll be very relaxed. I might decide not to work and I'm not working.
Right.
And I'll be living comfortable and be okay with that. But in Lagos, there's, you know, we spend money every day. Everything, you know, in a day, we know how much you spend just going to the supermarket. So you got to hustle. You have to hustle because you have to keep up. The lifestyle is expensive.
Preach.
The lifestyle is expensive.
As a Lagosian, would you rather shout or speak calmly to your fellow Lagosian?
I'd rather just speak calmly, because if you keep shouting in this Lagos, you're gonna go mad. So when you're driving, you just drive calmly. If anybody's moving mad in front of you, you just go calmly and go, because you know you can be mad too, but you don't want to join them.
Right.
You don't want to join them at all.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go to?
I have so many destinations I would like to visit. I don't think I have a particular one. But where I would really love to go is Monaco.
Okay. Why?
That's my dream destination.
Why would you want to go to Monaco?
Because it's so much a rich city. It's a very rich city. I love the yachts and all those things. I love the luxurious lifestyle.
You love the bougie lifestyle. Oh yes, girl.
So yeah, Monaco is where I really want to. If I really want to be out here, yeah, Monaco.
In 2023, we saw a significant rise in the travel and tourism industry, where a lot of people were relocating from Nigeria. Some people were traveling to multiple destinations. As Nigerians, we call it the Jackpot syndrome. What's your opinion about the Jackpot syndrome?
You know, my opinion about Jackpot is I honestly don't see the need for it.
Hmm.
You know, I feel like, yeah, for the greener pasture, for a better system, for a better government, for all the things, yes. You know, for a better surrounding and all those things, yes. But I feel like it's still the same hassle. You know, it's even more hassle over there than here.
Hmm.
But it's just our government fucking things up and giving these people no choice than to leave the country. You know, so I don't blame people that make their decision to leave the country for good. You know, I honestly don't blame them because it's their decision. They are probably just fed up or they can't find a way to navigate their way in Nigeria. So leaving the country is the best option for them. So yeah.
Do you think people should actually consider staying back in the country, building it up, instead of taking all the positive
Absolutely.
things over to another country?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, like we had a couple that went to London on a sponsorship visa. Okay,
Okay.
we didn't do the sponsorship visa for this couple.
Okay.
We only like had to help them process the visa after
Okay.
they got the sponsorship letter and all those things from, I don't know where they got it from, but they
Okay.
came to us to help them process the visa to leave, and we did, and they got the visa and they left. You know, this man had a family of five, left for the UK and got there and realized that the sponsorship letter, whatever he had, was fake.
Oh, wow.
You know, they didn't get them the job. They got there, they were stranded, and all the things. Recently, we got news from the man. He called us because he was always talking to us to tell us the progress because we're always in
contact.
communication with him. And he told us that they actually deported him back. So this man sold everything that he had with his family to leave, and then now he had to come back to Nigeria to what? To start again. I mean, all the money he gathered to go over there would have actually done something, yeah, if he was patient enough. Like I told you,
Yes.
usually they're not always patient. Everybody just wants to leave. Everybody wants to leave. You know, it's okay to leave. It's a decision. You understand? I mean, it's a better life out there. We all know that than Nigeria. You understand? But in Nigeria, like if you have your way, if you have something doing, if you stay on it, I think you can grow. You can also make money, especially here in Lagos. So people live in the country, it's their choice, but it's not 100% the best choice. Yeah.
Okay. It's quite a sad thing for
Yes,
the
it is.
family to be deported
It is.
back.
They were deported, and I felt so sorry for them, but there was nothing we could do.
True. So for clients who've had experience like this, take for instance, they go to another agent to process a sponsorship visa, and they come to another agent for another type of processing. What are the complications your agency would probably face?
We don't have any problem. Ours is to process the visa over
Okay.
here, which we do correctly. You understand? So we don't have, like, for the sponsorship visa, they get it from UK. There are agents in the United Kingdom that
okay.
do this type of things,
Okay.
and the client is responsible for that. If we refer you somebody, then we could have been responsible for that.
For that.
You understand? But we
Okay.
didn't refer you. You didn't come to us to ask us. You needed a sponsorship for UK and da da da. We could have said, okay, we don't do this directly, but we have sure people that we are sure of doing it. You understand? But they did this on their own,
Okay.
and then they just came to us and said, look, I would like to process the visa. Please, can you help us process the visa? And so we'll just do our job. You know, so it doesn't affect us in any way because the sponsorship job they got is different from the visa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As a travel agency, as someone who's running a travel agency, do you think clients are open enough to let you know their intentions before they travel?
Before they travel.
Yes.
To be honest, because of how we communicate with our clients,
Okay.
at first they will be, probably hiding or lying to you at first.
Okay.
But I sort of take it upon myself to always communicate deeply with my clients. You know, communication is key.
Yes.
So when we communicate with our clients and they see how open we are as
Yes.
an agent, they tend to be very open. So even if they are coming with, oh, I'm not going to tell them what my motives are. I'm not going to let them just get me the visa and I'll japa.
Okay.
At the end of the day, they end up confessing to say that, look, my intention is to run with this
I
visa.
see.
Yeah, they end up confessing, But in some cases, not all of them, not everyone,
Not
but
every client.
yeah, but like in like 90% of them just always tell us the truth and say, this is, I don't intend to run, I want to go, I have my job, I have this, I just want to go have fun and come back.
Come back. For someone who's never traveled internationally before,
Yeah.
but has like a bit of local travel history, or has been to like a few African countries, but not European countries,
Yeah.
and would like to japa, what advice would you give to such a person?
One who hasn't traveled before.
Yes, internationally to European
To
country.
anywhere.
Yes.
And wants to japa with their visa, with their passport. I will just lead them with the grace of God. Because it'll be your first experience out of the country. You
Yes.
haven't even gone anywhere, and in most of the cases they don't even get the visa, to be honest, because the embassy likes to see that you've had some sort of experience.
Okay.
In most of the case, but little of the time, yes, you can be lucky with a virgin passport to get the visa.
Okay.
Luck, depending on if you have a very good job, that the embassy is sure that this person is stable in this country. Yes, the embassy will issue you an empty passport.
Okay.
But in most cases, even on an empty passport, the embassy would require that they have some sort of travel histories. So people that want to travel, that want to japa on a virgin passport, it's up to them really. Because it's not advisable also to japa on a tourist visa. Like you have a tourist visa.
Do you see that a lot of times?
Yes, a lot of people run away on a tourist visa, and it's so wrong because at the end of the day, you get to this country, you elapse the time that you're supposed to spend, and you stay back. You become a fugitive in the country. The police will start to chase you up and down. You start running and hiding, so you don't get caught and taken to the police station. You cannot even get a job with it. A tourist visa will not allow you to get a job unless you have a work visa.
Okay.
So in most cases, people that do this, they just endanger themselves. I mean, it's safer for you to come back home.
Yes.
And go again, or come back home and get another visa that can allow you to at least work. Like this, it's better. But Nigerians. They take laws into their hands.
This is the part you say, God, I beg you. As someone who runs a travel agency,
yes.
Would you rather stay back in your home country over relocating to another country?
I've always stayed back here. I've had the chance to relocate as many times as I should have. But I've not always, right from time, had the reason to just leave my country and go and start off somewhere else. I don't know why I don't have that mentality. I think it's a mentality thing. People ask me, what are you still doing here? You should have been out of this country. I'm like, I'm not interested to leave my country. I want to go for vacations. I want to come back. I want to go for a while, have fun, see the world, to go to this country, go here, and come back to my country and stay. I love to be here. I love Nigeria, sorry, but maybe because I also have a problem with the cold. I can't stand winter for too long. But I really like Nigeria a lot. And I've never had the mentality to live here for any reason. I mean, I would have been gone a long time ago.
Right. When you have clients coming, do you have clients that want to go on a tourist visa, like genuinely want to go on a tourist visa, or those that want to travel and just be like, you know what, I'm done with my home country, I'm just going to leave?
I usually have clients that want to go on tourist visa.
Okay.
I hardly have clients that don't want to come back. I usually have clients that they have good, because the trick is the clients that don't even want to come back, they don't have documents. You understand? Those ones that don't want to come out, they don't have a stable job, they don't have a bank statement, they don't have this process to for them to acquire the visa. You understand? And with us, we don't forge documents. We cannot do document for you.
Yeah.
So your document has to be legal. You understand? So for this reason, we always have clients that have the genuine document, and then we'll process for them.
Okay.
Yes.
I've had so much fun. Thank you so much for having me
You're welcome.
on this series
You're
of our
welcome.
Lagos Living. Please do us the honors of signing out.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for having me on board. This was a very beautiful interview and I enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Mwah.